guys, it's Chaya. Now I have a very special announcement to make, but I'm not gonna make that announcement till right after this.
I am still alone. I am still alone.
Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're new here, my name is Jakaya. Do not forget to subscribe and hit that like button below. Now I know y'all waiting on this announcement, and before I make this announcement, I just want to say that it's really been heavy on my heart for quite some time. And, you know, I'm just ready. The announcement is welcome to Love Thyself, a Woman's Podcast. And I am very, very excited to introduce that to you guys. Like I said, it's been heavy on my heart, and I'm still your big sis. You know, we can still come. You can still grab your popcorn, your dinner, whatever you got to eat. Grab your blanket, pillow. Like I said, this is still a big girl talk. You know, I just wanted to transform it into something bigger. Um, but on today's episode, because this is episode one, yeah, on today's episode, we're going to be talking about my story. And I just want to, let you not forget who the woman that you are. I want to help you embark on this journey. So, yes, let's get into it. You know, I've been through some challenges. This has been quite a journey for me. Um, it's just, you know, I'm still here, so applause for that. But now this is something like it's hard to talk about, and then it's not. It depends on which mood I'm in, but like I said, I want to share my story, and hopefully you get some out of it, and it helps you along your journey as well. Or maybe we have the same journey, I don't know. But at a very young age, um, I was raped. And I didn't know what it meant at the time. It really wasn't registering in my mind about what happened to me. Um, but little did I know the trials and the situations that I would go through after it. Um, But like I said, it's so crazy how you can remember a day like that so perfectly. It's not the act with itself; it's the mindset and the thoughts afterwards that really gets to us. Um, but like I said, as I began to get older, um, I still didn't realize what happened to me until another situation occurred, um, to where I got touched. And it's like, you know, after, my knowledge began to grow and I did realize what happened to me, it's like, what is going on? Like, why is this happening to me? I don't understand. Um, and it's just I'm trying not to cry, guys. I'm sorry. If you see me spacing out, I'm just trying to gather my thoughts together and my emotions, because like I said, it's very hard and a difficult subject to talk about. But like I said, I'm here for you guys. I want to help anybody that's going through what I went through. Um, and it was a lot of anger because, it was someone very, very close to me. Two people very, very close to me. And I'm like, you're supposed to protect me from those people, but instead you became my nightmare. And, you know, after all of that happened, with the both occasions, um, I tried to put it out of my mind, but that's not something that you really, really put out of your mind. So, at the age of 12, um, I began to get this really sharp pain on the inside of my chest. I didn't know what it was. And come to find out, I had a heart murmur and I had to undergo heart surgery. And I'm just like, again, what is happening to me? Why me? Why is it seem like all of this bad stuff is happening to me? So, after that, and then I'm just like, oh Lord. I mean, like I said, little did I know the intensity of it, of what happened to me. At the age of 15, at the age of 15, that's when I attempted my first suicide. And, it really came on me heavy when I really, really, really understood what happened to me on both occasions. And I wanted to quiet the voices in my head about what happened to me. And, because they were so loud. They were so loud in my head. I just wanted peace. And, before, I went to go do it, I was telling my brother, I was like, I love you. I want you to succeed in life, no matter what, and I just kept saying, I love you, I love you. And he was like, why are you speaking like that? And I'm like, oh, no reason, no reason. I love you and I want to tell you that. Little did he know what I was about to go and do. But, as I proceeded to, do it, wrote my little note to whoever I wanted to write my little note to. And, as I begin to, end my life, basically, I heard this powerful, quiet voice. And you want to know who that voice was? It was the Lord. And, God spoke to me and he said, I love you, my daughter. And that was it. That's all he said. And, it gave me enough peace to want to live on. Because way before any of that, around the age of 12, I developed a relationship with God. So I knew what his voice, was. I knew what his voice was. So it wasn't, no, oh, who is that? I knew who was speaking to me in that time and moment. And, you know, and I went to sleep, because like I said, when someone is going through that type of situation, all they want to do is just quiet the voices in their head or have someone to listen to them. And it's like no one knew. I felt like I couldn't talk to anybody. I couldn't talk to my friends. I couldn't talk to, family, you know, um, partners, or whatever the case may be. I couldn't speak. I didn't feel heard enough. So, as time went by, at the age of 16, I I did it. I tried to do a second suicide attempt, and I'm like, at this point, I'm like, you know, God, what's going on with me? Like, again, questioning why me? Why me? Like, I don't understand why that would happen to me. I don't understand why would, you know, someone want to hurt me like that. Someone would want to think that way towards me. And I tried to overdose. And and I prayed to God, and I let him know, don't you wake me up. Don't you wake me up. And I meant it that night. I said, don't you wake me up. I don't want to wake up. I don't want to wake up, And, as I begin to fall asleep, earlier that morning, I realized that I had woken up. And I looked over there by my pillow, and it looked like I threw up a little bit. And I'm yelling at God, literally, and I'm just like, why did you wake me up? Why did you wake me up? Like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be on this earth. I don't want to be here. And I was like, God, I have no purpose. Why am I here? And again, there goes that powerful, calm voice that said, you do have a purpose. And that was it. It's like when God speaks, he doesn't have to say much to bring that peaceful mindset that you're looking for. He doesn't have to say much. And when he said that, again, it's like this peaceful mindset came upon me. And it's like I had fallen straight back asleep. And, and this is all during, high school, none of my friends knew, I would come to school and be like, hey girl, how you doing? You want to come hang out at my house, or can I hang out at yours? That type of deal. Like, no one knew what I was going through, because when people go through that, they have a shield on, a mask on, that you can't see it until it's too late. And, when I woke up, I was like, why am I going through this? We ask ourselves, that question a lot. Why me? Why me? Why me? You know, why couldn't I have a normal life? And, you know, as time went on again, 17, I tried to do my third suicide attempt. And, you know, I drew me a bath. I, and, you know, I stared at myself in the mirror. And I was like, why are you doing this? You know, I love you. You know, I was just trying to talk to myself, you know, and it's like I began to see my face shift, and that the voices that was in my head began to speak to me and said, you're nothing. You don't have a purpose. You know, die, basically. And um, I got in the tub, and I put my face under the water. And you know, when I was under the water, it felt like such peace. Like I just wanted to let go. And I got up, and you know, I was gonna slit my wrist. I was gonna bleed out, and as I was finna do it, it just so happened that my mother walked by, and um, she knocked on the door, and she said, "Are you okay? Like, what are you doing in there?" And it's like, I was like, "Oh, nothing. I'm not doing anything. I'm okay." And it's like, I just began to cry because I'm just like, here I am trying to, you know, end my life because of the hurt and pain that I had on the inside of me, the anger. Um, it just began to consume me, and I just bust out crying. And, you know, I washed myself, I got out of the tub, you know, and I just laid in the bed, and I was just crying. I was just crying. I was just crying. I was just crying, you know. And after that, depression hit me. I turned to depression. I turned to sex. I turned to alcohol, smoking, popping pills. You name it, you know. And because I was trying to escape, you know. Again, get rid of those voices in my head, you know. And I began to cut myself on my wrist. And that was a very hard challenge for me at a young age. I still deal with those challenges of resisting that feeling, you know. And, you know, I began to go through a very dark depression. Like I said, I still deal with depression, resisting of self-harming myself. Because like I said, those things never really go away. You know, you can pray to God to help you through those times, but it's a memory that will be with you forever. And, you know, as I begin to get older and older and graduate high school and, go to college a little bit, it's like I'm still asking the question, God, why me? Why did this happen to me? And, as I got older, um, He began to reveal to me, this is my purpose, to help women, young or old, or even the same age as me, that has went through this or is going through it, that you can make it out and survive. Because, not a lot of people survive this. Not a lot of people survive this. And I feel like I'm one of the lucky ones to survive that, because any of those situations could have gone wrong really badly, and I wouldn't be, talking to you today. I am 22 years old, about to be 23, and, I made it. I made it out of that, time. And, it took a lot of forgiving myself. Because, like I said, we're our own biggest enemy. So we beat ourselves up a lot in our minds and in our thoughts. So that took a long time to forgive myself of what happened to me and the stuff that I went through, as far as heartbreaking and relationships and, whatnot. So, and, it's just, like I said, you're strong, you're beautiful. You don't have to go through what I went through. And if you're in that situation, you can get out, I found strength in God. That's who gave me strength. That's who saved me. And, or whatever you find strength in, whether it's your family, your friends, your boyfriend or your girlfriend, find strength somewhere and, don't let it defeat you. And I began to develop really bad anxiety, and, it's a lot of factors and emotions that play into those types of situations. And like I said, it was a very hard journey for me going through all of that. But like I said, here I am, wanting to help women, go through what I went through. And, I'm just very thankful, and I thank the Lord for giving me strength. And now I wear it as my clothing, because when I see someone going through what I went through, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart that it's a lot of young adults and teenagers going through those types of deals. Even grown adults, it breaks my heart to see that. And, and I just pray for them, And if y'all need prayer from anything, put it down in the comment section. I will gladly pray over you. I would gladly do that. That's what I'm here for. And like I said, I'm still here. None of them worked. So, and I started to develop a sense of humor, as a coping mechanism. It's like my brain's way of protecting me from the trauma that I went through. So, but yes, I began to find joy and strength, and I began to know who Chaya was. what I like to do, and what I didn't like, and I began to you know heal that inner child, because I thought, when it happened, when all of that stuff I was going through, I feel like my inner child had died. Like I wasn't gonna get her back, and I got her back. I got her back, and I was like, wow, you know, it's a very tough challenge to go through. And before I go, I want to leave you with this quote that I thought that was, um, hopefully, it would speak to you. And it reads, "You will face many defeats in life, but never let yourself be defeated." Maya Angelou. And when I read that, I thought, wow, you know, I didn't let myself be defeated, and you don't have to let yourself be defeated with the problems and the thoughts and the mental health challenges, and that you may go through in life. You don't have to let it defeat you. You can come out on top, you know, and tell our stories. So, yeah, I mean, I hope y'all enjoyed today's episode. Um, and I will see you on episode 2. Bye, guys. I love you. And remember, you are beautiful and you can make it. Mwah.